Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's me, Will Brown, CTA, Chief Technical Analyst right here at Quantum Capital Research Group. I'm outside drinking my holiday latte, hot latte. It's actually very befitting with today's weather. It's kind of gloomy and cold out, as you can see, but it's nice nonetheless. I want to get up here and give you guys a quick update. Sorry, I've been offline for a minute. Haven't been giving you guys my regular updates, but in all fairness, I've been busy. Me and the team have really been digging in and just trying to do some macro data research, fundamental research, and stock market analysis to determine how we want to restructure our trades for the end of this year and going into next year. So if you have been following the market, we've had a huge sell-off, which is really not even huge. I think we've had maybe so far a 1 to 3% correction. It's not big, but nonetheless, it was needed. Why? Because what's happening right now is a lot of traders are working off what I want to call anxiety. Leading up to the last 2.5 weeks, a lot of people were skeptical about what they call the AI trade. Is it a bubble? Is there a lot of froth? Are the prices for some of these stocks like Nvidia, TCM, CoreWeave, are they justified in their price point? So you have a lot of this anxiety in the market. So what has happened, it's finally got to the point to where now that anxiety is getting worked off, which is very healthy. It's very, very, very healthy. Nothing to be alarmed about. For the trades that we're in, once again, we buy at an area of value with our trades, so you're not actually at risk of any major catastrophic losses with any of those trades. And then the ones that we are going to put on, same thing, they're sitting at previous levels of support. So I don't see any, once again, I've said it last time, there's no reason to put on any short sales. I've tried to find some. There just aren't many short sale opportunities out there. You're better off just waiting for the market to kind of reach a bottom, and then for investors to come in and buy back up from the bottom and then shoot this market up. So I think that's setting up what we call the Santa rally into December, right? You have all the anxiety being worked off, so that's why you see this sell-off, perfectly healthy. And then second, what's going to end up happening is you have a lot of institutional money and hedge funds that have not participated fully into this market, and they have to meet their benchmark from last year. So I think what's going to happen is once the market finds this bottom, you're going to see a lot of these institutional and hedge fund monies come into the market and then put risk back on, and that's going to drive us into December, into that Santa rally. So that's kind of what we're anticipating, and we're kind of positioning our portfolio for that and been sitting in cash because of that. And I told you on my very last post before I kind of went on blackout, I said we're going to be sitting in cash, and we're going to be probably putting on maybe 1 or 2 high probability trades. Not much, because I really want to sit back and let all the anxiety get worked off. And plus, we were in a very crazy time, right? We had the government shut down. We had China trade tensions back on. So all of that stuff got worked out. Markets started selling off. We're sitting at a pretty good position. So if you're not following us, this is the time too, because I believe there's going to be plenty of great opportunities going into December, definitely into 2026, as I've said before. But that Santa rally, we're going to pick up a lot of high probability stock picks and trades that are going to be profitable and carry you into next year, so you can have the cash to really take advantage of a lot of those other risk-on opportunities that we're going to get into that we'll be sharing with our members. So continue to follow what we're doing. Like I said, if you're not a member, head over to Quantum Capital Research Group, which is quantumcapitalresearch.com. Take advantage of our 14-day free trials. We try to put on 5 weekly high probability stock picks. So if you've been following us, as of right now, our portfolio is up roughly 35% over the year. So if you've been following us and you've been putting on the same trades, you should be roughly about 35% net profit. And that's great. So that's a great way to end out this year. We're going to go into next year even stronger, even better. I think we're going to have a great economic setup going into next year, and I'm excited for what the market holds. And I'm excited for what we're gonna prove to our members right here at Quantum Capital Research Group. And for those of you that have been sitting on the sidelines up until today, you're going to see why you want to join our platform, because we are creating winners on a regular basis, and we want you to join our community so you can be part of that team of winners. So once again, quantumcapitalresearch.com. Take advantage of our 14-day free trial. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you on my next post a freebie out of our Quantum Capital Research Group book of plays. Take care.